Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Now I want to say that I'm sorry about the loss of sound in the previous video. But in today's video I will be having what if Bhutan made an empire and what if Bolivia made an empire. Now, the first thing that happens here is that India breaks up. Why? Because that will be convenient for me. I don't have to make them Bhutan are way too powerful. Okay then, okay. These are going to be totally accurate borders. Splitting India in the regions. Okay, yeah, not accurate whatsoever actually. Now Bhutan will start their push into India. Actually, northeastern India. They will have built up their army while India fell apart. Then they will have been able to push into this part of India that had to lose its army. Because this part of India used to control this part of India, but now this part of India controls this part of India's army. So yeah, Bhutan is going to win this, and then they will get massive population boost, and they will basically be able to do whatever they would like. And then these guys surrender. So now they push in here, was successful, and they have expanded their borders. Now they will, since Bhutan has changed their name to the Thunder Dragon Empire, they will be climbing Mount Everest. And they will be doing it swiftly over the time of 15 years. Okay, not 15 years, 15 months. And eventually, bam, they've done so. They annex all of Nepal. They are planning to take over all of former British Raj. So they go to war with Myanmar. Take over these two. This part of India is taken over by Myanmar. Okay, so they push in here, have massive successes, then go down here to go ahead and use some of the navy they have built to take over and land in Myanmar, multiple areas, so that they will be able to finish the war a little faster. Then, this is how the war looks like. Then, 2 months later, the push up to take over in northern Myanmar has happened. Then you can see all of this has happened. Okay, but I just want to tell you that the factorial video is going to happen sometime in the future. I have not recorded this as of this recording, although this recording happens to be 18 hours before my video on the 31st of July. So yeah, I am pre-recording all of these videos because I am soon going to be moving every single piece of my setup, because I'm starting on high school. Actually not high school, but I'm going to call it high school. But anyway, that's the war with Myanmar done. Now their claims have been taken, and Bangladesh is beginning to get afraid. Suddenly, their fears have been justified, and the enhanced army of Bhutan, or the Thunder Dragon Empire, has begun pushing in. They do quite swift progress in the north, but begin slowing down as they meet the populated areas. So all in all it took them 3 years to get there, to the peace treaty. Well, then they are dead, and this is how Bhutan looks now. But then they go to war with this part of India and this part of India at the same time. They will be pushing in here first. This far is how they make it in 2 months. 2 months down here, they make it much farther because of how they have a bigger border. And then 1 year in, they are pushed all the way out here. And no surprise, this part of India has almost been completely destroyed. Then they will push up here to take over Kashmir, and the war against this part of India is done. And then they focus on this part of India and delete it. They then annex both parts of India fully, then begin planning the war against Pakistan, because they have done some major military improvements so that they will be able to easily run right through the Pakistanis after taking on this part of India. But they will also have to take on New Delhi, which is here. So they are beginning to try to ask this part of India if they could take New Delhi or buy New Delhi. They say that they will think about it, which surprised the Thunder Dragon Empire, because it is the capital of all of India, and also this part of India. And every part of India wants that New Delhi, every living part of India, and this part of India has just lost. Now the reason the Thunder Dragon Empire wants New Delhi is to get more population. So they go ahead and invade this part of India to go ahead and make them think faster about if they want to get invaded or if they want to get money and invade it and get invaded later. They choose to get invaded now. But since this Thunder Dragon Empire is busy, they will not be invading them now. They will be invading them after this peace deal. Now, this will be an especially long video because of how this Thunder Dragon Empire is very strong, and how I made India break up into multiple nations and give the Thunder Dragon Empire a huge buff. And so Bolivia will be able to do a lot less in this video, because I don't want to use way too much time. I don't have too much time before I have to go sleep and wake up tomorrow. And tomorrow is when I will start making my Factorio video. Wrong button. But anyway, so I have decided that the Thunder Dragon Empire is happy with the land they have conquered. And that's it for the Thunder Dragon Empire. The greatest empire on earth. Smaller than China, will probably take over all of this in the future. But now, Bolivia. The first thing they do is attack Paraguay, because they don't want anyone else to take Paraguay. So they begin pushing in, continuing to push in, then pushing in even more. Okay, then the push then suddenly halts here, as every man and woman goes to the border to fight, and then suddenly it continues, as Paraguay then surrenders because another 90% of the male population died. So yeah, that's pretty bad. Now, Bolivia goes to war with Peru and also Ecuador, because they want to. Now the slow push up here is because it's basically a wasteland. But the quick push down here is because it is not basically a wasteland. They also take this water. Now they begin pushing up the coast, because that is where most of the infrastructure are. is. And if I call anything a wasteland, I mean devoid of infrastructure. Yeah, they have already taken Lima, and they are beginning to use Peruvian ships to sail out to the Galapagos Islands. They successfully landed and swiftly take over. Now, what will these guys do? Ecuador will get entirely surrounded and think about surrendering for a bit. And then Peru will get cut in half, no in three, no in four pieces, which will be strengthened by the Bolivian army because of how strong it has become after many the Peruvian Bolivian federationists have wanted this to happen. They support Bolivia as long as Peru can get a seat in parliament. Bolivia accepts this. And then Peru surrenders. The nation of Ecuador soon comes to get murdered. Then the peace deal looks like, oh my god, Bolivia annexes the entire thing. Now I just want to ask you, if you want me to do a series on what was it now? Yes, Rise of Nations, the Roblox game, just leave a little comment, and if even one of you say so, I will do it. Now I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you in the next one.